I'm at the Jewish Quarter in Old Town Prague, formerly known as the Jewish Ghetto. The Jewish Quarter offers a lot of synagogues to explore, the old cemetery, a bunch of kosher restaurants, and a magical experience to walk in. If you're interested in Jewish culture of Bohemian and in Czech and Eastern Europe, it's definitely the place to study. They have a lot of museums and exhibits.
This video is designed for your reference, so you can always come back to it and find what you need. It is quite long, so use the chapter markers below to jump across attractions for easy navigation. If you are new to my channel, Native Explorer is all about exploring like a local. I publish local secrets, hidden gems, as well as cool vlogs, tutorials, and product reviews, so please consider subscribing. It took me a long time to make this video to help travelers like you, so please press the like button so that more people can see it. I made a comprehensive video about Prague attractions, so if you are visiting Prague, I recommend you to watch this video as well. And without further ado, let's start. And pay attention to this monster everywhere. If you want to know more about it, I will explain later, so keep watching.
I'm at the Old Jewish Cemetery at the Jewish Quarter in Prague Old Town. This cemetery is the oldest one in Europe. It's kind of spooky. You can see the leaves falling down from the trees or rolling over on the floor. I swear I saw some cats running between the graves. As you walk through the thousands of tombstones, it kind of feels like you're in a ghost movie. If you don't have time to visit all the sites in the Jewish Quarter and have to decide one, I would recommend definitely the Old Jewish Cemetery. It's a strange kind of feeling, but it's an experience. Very old tombstones, and the stones are so cold. It's a Jewish tradition to put a small rock on the tombstones, so you can see the tombs with a lot of small stones on them. That means a lot of people come to visit this person. So this is the Rabbi Judea Leva ben Bechalel, died at 1609.
I didn't know it the first time I visited the cemetery that this grave belonged to one of the most important rabbis in Jewish culture, known to us as the Maharal of Prague. I came back a week later to do another video just about this rabbi, so keep watching to learn more and why you should ask a wish when visiting the grave of this important rabbi.
I'm standing at the tomb of the Maharal of Prague, also known as Rabbi Lev. The Maharal of Prague was one of the most important Talmudic rabbis of the last millennium. Legend says that the rabbi created a monster named Golem that used to protect the Jewish community from anti-Semitism and pogrom, and this is why the Jewish community in Prague really prospered during the years.
The remains of the Golem are still stored in the attic of the synagogue, so keep watching for the next attraction.
The rabbi died in 1609, but his teaching and writings are still present to this day. The Prague authorities also commemorate this rabbi. They have a statue of him in the new town hall. I just read a chapter of Psalms to commemorate the memory of this great rabbi. And I also made some prayer and wishes for myself and my family. It's a Jewish tradition to ask important rabbis for your heart desires and wishes for you and for your family. So if you visit the Jewish cemetery in Prague, make sure to stop at this grave and ask for your heart's desire. I assure you they will come true. I'm at the new Old Synagogue in Prague. The new Old Synagogue is one of the oldest Jewish landmarks in Prague and one of the oldest surviving synagogues in Europe. It's an active synagogue, so every Friday and Saturday they pray. Legend has it that the foundation stones of this temple was brought from the destroyed Jewish temple in Jerusalem by angels on condition of the return upon restoration of the Jerusalem temple. The Old New Synagogue was enveloped in many legends and tales, and according to another legend, the remains of the Golem of the Maharal of Prague are in the attic of the synagogue.
At the back of the synagogue there is a ladder to the attic that, according to local folklore, was used by the Golem to get in and out of the synagogue. Another important attraction in the Jewish quarter is the Pinkas Synagogue. The Pinkas Synagogue is a memorial for the victims of the Nazi genocide during World War II.
I'm at the Pinkas Synagogue. The Pinkas Synagogue is a memorial for the victims of the Holocaust, of the Nazi genocide of the Jews of Czechia.
The names of 80,000 otherwise forgotten Czech Jews that were murdered in the Holocaust are inscribed on the walls of the synagogue. This temple-turned-museum also commemorates the 153 Jewish communities in Bohemia and Moravia, as well as other localities where Jews lived that were destroyed during the war. Built in 1535, the synagogue is the second oldest surviving synagogue in Prague. For centuries, Prague Jews prayed and worshipped in this temple. The exhibit on the second floor of the paintings of Jewish children that were perished in the Holocaust gave me the chills.
I'm standing behind Franz Kafka's statue. Franz Kafka was a Jewish novelist and short story writer, very famous. It is believed that if you touch the leg of Kafka, you get good luck. So you can see all the locals and the tourists touching the leg and rubbing it like this.
Also in the Jewish ghetto, just adjacent to the Old New Synagogue, there is a building with two clocks, a regular Roman clock and an Hebrew clock. This clock features the Hebrew alphabet and runs counterclockwise because Hebrew is written from right to left. Another attraction in the Jewish quarter is, of course, to go shopping. The Jewish quarter also has a lot of jewelry stores, Judaica shops, and all the luxury brands. Make sure to try the kosher kyortosh, it's a delicious dessert, and also enjoy authentic Eastern European food in one of the kosher restaurants. The Jewish quarter has additional synagogues and museums to explore. The Spanish Synagogue, the Maisel Synagogue, the Klausen Synagogue, and the Ceremonial Hall, each one with its own unique exhibits and style. The Spanish Synagogue is a modern synagogue that ironically was built on the oldest synagogue in Prague.
I'm at the Spanish Synagogue in Prague. This synagogue is absolutely mesmerizing. It kind of looks like a church, very high dome with ornamented ceiling.
The Spanish Synagogue displays very unique Jewish objects and ornaments, as well as exhibits of renowned Jewish families and contemporary Jewish life from 1945 to the present.
I'm in the Maisel Synagogue in Old Town Prague, also known as Maisel Synagogue. This is an old synagogue dating back to the 10th century, and it features an exhibit about Jewish Bohemian life from the 10th to 18th century. Nice synagogue, it doesn't seem like they use it today to pray. It's just a museum. It's part of the museum tour of the Jewish city. You can buy a ticket to 7 synagogues and museums and sites in the Jewish city for 500 krona per person.
Make sure to sign the guest book.
I'm in the Klausen Synagogue. The Klausen Synagogue was built in the 1600s and it offers an exhibit of Jewish customs and tradition.
The Klausen Synagogue is nowadays the largest synagogue in the former Prague Jewish Ghetto and the sole example of an early Baroque synagogue in the Ghetto.
The Jewish Ceremonial Hall offers another exhibit of Jewish custom and traditions, if you are interested.
The Ceremonial Hall was built for the last service to the deceased members of the Prague Jewish community.